the majority of a stock price's movement is associated with the sector it's in, not the individual stock. It's easier to trade to get the sector right than it is to pick which stock is going to outperform. If shit can happen, it will happen.
Hi guys, I have a legacy IRA account with significant holdings in Exxon and EPD, which is enterprise. They have performed very well since 2021 and I'm hesitant to give them up. Knowing that this is not asking for financial advice, can you give me a reason to reduce my holdings in light of what is to come in the oil and gas markets upcoming? I'm 68 and hanging like a maverick. Good on you, Glenn.
If shit can happen, it will happen. All right, Glenn, you're 68. You certainly wouldn't be very, very amused if back in 2010 you had BP. And back then, BP was regarded as on par with Exxon. What happened? Well, we all know what happened there, most of us at least. There was an explosion on the Transocean rig.
Wasn't it Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah, it was in Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it. And so that's what happened to the stock price of Exxon.
Horizon.
All right, yeah. Deepwater Horizon. There we are. There's actually a movie on it.
Deepwater Horizon.
Movie. That would have been scary as hell. Did you watch that movie?
No, I've never seen
You
it.
should watch it sometime. So the stock price dropped. You can see there, I've actually indexed those stock prices there to 100 as of sort of early 2010. And they did drop by about 50%. And that's Exxon and BP and Transocean. I actually had in there initially, this proves the point, John, Glenn, why you should be very, very careful of having stocks. You know, you may say, oh, well, Exxon is the sectors. Like, yeah, well, to an extent, and unless something really bad happens, like it did to BP. So there's.
But it's happened before. You think about the bull market in uranium, and then you had Cameco and the flooding of Cigar Lake.
Well, that can actually be positive, can't it? Yeah. Well, that can be positive.
But so there's things that can happen which you can be right on the overall trend or the overall sector or anything else, and if you're a little bit too concentrated, it can not work out that well for you.
Look, Chris and I have often said before that about the majority of a stock price's movement is associated with the sector it's in, not the individual stock. It's easier to trade to get the sector right than it is to pick which stock is going to outperform. And usually the harder you try, often it's the stocks you pick that don't perform. But anyway.
What's the solution then, Brad?
Well, the solution I would say was just sell XOM, buy XLE, but then of course that's going to create a tax event for you, but okay, so be it. In fact, in EPD, or that's Enterprise Product Partners, that pipeline company, isn't it? In one trade, XLE, which covers all the S&P 500 energy stocks, I think Exxon's weighting at 25%, Chevron is maybe 15%, and the rest is like, you know, Conoco and so on and so forth. That's the best way of doing it. But of course, in doing so, you're going to incur a bit of a tax event. But hey, look, you're going to incur a tax event eventually anyway. So,
well, it's not a taxable event for Glenn as it's an IRA.
Well, there we go. Sorry, I didn't read that one. Okay, yeah, okay. Replace XOM EPD with XLE and sleep easy at night.